Hi, I'm Alison Bales with Real Talk, joined today by Ben Barnes, the face of Prince Caspian. You've seen his face on all the posters around town. You're front, central, big on the poster. Is that bizarre to see yourself like that?
Yeah, you absolutely hit the nail on the head. It's completely surreal and weird. And you know it's you, but there's still a part of you that walks around a corner and sees this other guy staring down at you pointing a sword at you.
And you bear...
Very strange.
I mean, I'm not saying you bear the weight of the whole film's success on your shoulders, because obviously it's a big cast, and the original 4 kids from the Narnia, Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe are in the film too. But you're the title player, Prince Caspian. I mean, stepping into that role, it must have been a bit nerve-wracking.
It was nerve-wracking. When I first got shown the poster, actually, by the producer, he sort of whipped a sheet off it and said, "What do you think of that, kid?" And I looked at it and I said, "Is that sensible? You do know people don't know who I am." And he said, "Well, the book's called Prince Caspian. We had to call the film Prince Caspian, so we had to put a prince on the poster, deal with it." And I was like, well, okay.
I think people are going to know who you are after this film.
Maybe.
When I was watching the film with Jeffrey, my colleague, he kept saying, where's this kid from? And I said, he's from England, he's English. He said, no, he's not. And I said, yes, he is, he's British. This is Jeffrey talking through the movie, very right. He was convinced that you were Spanish or something, because you do the accent. Yeah. So well, though. And I read that you sort of based it on Mandy Patinkin from The Princess Bride, Inigo Montoya.
I didn't base it on him. When I got the audition sides for my first audition to take one scene to send to the director, that I noticed literally 10 minutes before I left the house that it said, "Please prepare with a Spanish accent" on the bottom. I thought, oh no, I haven't done that. And so I went to my DVD collection, was rummaging through, thinking, please have something with Antonio Banderas in it. Nothing. And then I found The Princess Bride and I thought, okay, well that's, at least I know there's a Spanish accent in there. So I threw it on, was listening to it all the way there. I was like, my name is Inigo Montoya, you know. And then we shot the scene where I confront Miraz in his bedroom and I'm holding the sword up to his neck and I say, "Why did you kill my father?" And I was thinking, this is exactly the same.
Yes, he's out to avenge.
But it was useful.
But, you know, the thing is with that character, Inigo Montoya, it's a comedy. I mean, he verges into comedy. So how did you make sure that your accent didn't come across as sort of goofy and making fun of a Spanish accent?
I wanted to make sure it was light, because the vernacular of the books obviously is very English, with C.S. Lewis, and I didn't want it to be annoying, and I didn't want it to be intrusive particularly. And then also, because Andrew, the director, cast an Italian, a Spaniard, a Mexican, a Flemish actor, as all these Telmarines were from all different nationalities, he wanted to try and make my accent a little bit more fused between all of them, so it wasn't sort of full-on Spanish accent.
Right. So set the stage for us a little bit, because 1,300 years have gone by in Narnia, and a lot has happened. And I found this film to be just a little bit darker than the first one. I think there's a lot of battles in this one.
I think the main reason for that, though, is not because it's just trying to be sort of bigger and better and badder in terms of selling more tickets. I think the genres of the books are actually different. The first one is a sort of fairy tale of discovery, and this one actually is more about conflict. The villain in this film is human, fueled by very human emotions, like lust for power and ambition and greed. And he has a son of his own at the beginning, and this is my uncle who's killed my father, and so no longer has need of me as the heir apparent. So I have to go and rally the Narnian troops to fight against my own people. And in this film, during all the battles and the tension, the conflicts, if people die, they really die. They're not turned to stone. It's not all sort of happy at the end. So I think because it's more relatable to on a human level, that's why it feels darker and more scary and more intimidating.
Well, I liked your character because